Hey there, it's Faith Talk Live. I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
And I'm Ezra Ortiz.
Yes, and we are so excited to be joined all the way from Ireland by an awesome Irish tenor, Emmet Cahill. Emmet, how are you, man?
Dan, how are you? Ezra, great to be talking to you guys from Ireland. And thank you for pronouncing my name right, Dan. I appreciate that.
Well, after much practice, I'm able to say Cahill instead of Cahill now. Americans, we try to make everything a long A, so...
That's all right. I've had plenty of Cahills in my time. It's all good and great to be talking to you guys.
And if you are watching us on Facebook Live or YouTube Live, you can see that Emmett is looking very athletic there. He just got through working out. And Emmett, I mean, something I have to say, you have quite the guns there, the gun show on your arms there. So tell us your workout routine, because I want you need to start a workout routine here, buddy.
Workout routine. Well, the reason I keep fit is to be able to sing all those long notes, Dan, It's one of my little party tricks. Sometimes in a show, there's certain songs I'll sing, and we'll do like a little kind of like a little competition every night where people will time how long I can hold a note for. We started doing it over the last couple of years. I think my record is something like 31 seconds or something. So
I'd like to, wow.
I can build on that now. So yeah, the fitness helps with that. But to be honest with you, I always played sports growing up. Irish football, Gaelic football, we call it. So Gaelic football is like a cross between soccer and rugby. It's not quite as physical as your football, but you still got to be kind of tough. So I suppose those years kind of toughened me up a bit. I don't play as much anymore because, and now that I'm precious and I have to look after myself. A kind of a nose out of place or a tooth out of place mightn't help my current career. But I like to stay fit and just kind of for mind and body, it's good, especially when you're traveling a lot and just get the endorphins going. So that's what that's for.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. You can't damage the moneymaker here. You gotta keep it looking great.
You said that, not me, Ezra.
Emmett is coming in concert December 2nd at the Atlanta Symphony Hall with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, along with soprano Amy Little, the Georgia State University Singers, the Edgewood String Quartet. What an awesome concert it's going to be. We're excited about that. Before we talk about that a little bit more, though, Emmett, tell us a little bit about you. For those of us in Atlanta who don't know a whole lot about Emmett, you're an acclaimed, not just a tenor, but an acclaimed Irish tenor, and you have an absolutely gorgeous voice. Tell us about how you got into music, what you listened to growing up, how you got into it.
Yeah, I mean, growing up in Ireland, I mean, it's very much a tradition in most families to learn how to sing songs, tell stories. We're famous for our music, for our literature, poetry, everything. Ireland is full of the arts, and because of, I suppose, the Irish who traveled across the world, we brought our music and our stories with us. And like today alone, there are over 40 million people in America who have Irish ancestry. So that music resonates in every single community in America. And, over the last 10 years or so, I've been traveling out to the States, performing in anything from churches to theaters to Irish festivals, performing these songs that I would have grown up learning from my parents and my grandparents. But it's funny, particularly when I go to somewhere like Atlanta or even the Georgia area, people know and love the music. You guys have festivals there. There's such a connection between Ireland and particularly the Georgia area, because so many of the Irish people who emigrated during the 1800s and right to the 1900s settled in these places, and I suppose had their own impact on the America that we know of today. So, I've kind of come full circle in that my dad taught me so many of these songs. He was a music teacher, and now all these years later, I'm touring in America, bringing the songs to new audiences, like yourselves. So there's kind of been a suppose a coming of age through music, but then also through faith, because I grew up singing in church, and over the last number of years I've started working with faith communities, performing in churches right across the country. I've performed in every state apart from Alaska and Hawaii.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I've been around the States and quite a bit, and I've got to know it very well. And I've started working with faith communities on various different projects, whether it's fundraisers for the different projects that are going on, but also even getting involved with getting involved with World Outreach, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. Seeing how I can, I suppose, use what I do, the messages that I bring through music, and how that can work with communities and reach new audiences all the time. So yeah, it's kind of been my whole life leading up to what I'm doing, in a weird way, with a couple of tangents along the way.
Well, cool. Yeah, that's really, really cool. I just love hearing that, Irish history and just all of what you were just talking about the influence that it even has here in America. That's super duper cool. What were some maybe your favorite bands, favorite singers, people that you really looked up to that were inspirations for you on your journey?
I kind of, in our house, we listen to a bit of everything. So we might be learning like old Irish folk songs that the likes of people would have heard of, like the likes of the Clancy brothers sing, those kind of upbeat traditional Irish tunes. But then like going right back to famous Irish tenors like John McCormack, who like in the 1920s was the biggest recording artist in the world. And he would build out theaters all over America. So my dad loved classical music, so there was always like old vinyl records playing in the house, combined with the Irish stuff. But then faith music was huge here, particularly in the Catholic denomination here in Ireland. And so much of that has kind of, I suppose, many of those features are kind of part of my set list now. So when I go out on tour, it's a combination of all those things. But then when you're a young guy growing up in Ireland, you'd idolize the big Irish bands like U2, who kind of put Ireland on the map, musically. So growing up, I would have been exposed to a bit of everything. I think as you mature and you kind of grow into who you are as an adult, you find your place musically. And like, I'm a firm believer that when you get up and perform as an artist, it's got to be honest, and you've got to sing the music that you can deliver with authority. That you got to find something in the music that resonates with yourself personally, because like I often talk about this performing for people. If I don't believe every word I'm singing, how am I supposed to tell you the story? How am I supposed to bring you along through every moment of it? So I only ever perform music that I'm really personally invested in, that I know I can connect to, and that I know that I can deliver in a very honest way. So all those kind of factors combined, it goes with life experiences as well. Certain songs will resonate with you at different points in your life, right? You've had certain experiences that you can speak to. And needless to say, Irish music and indeed faith music have that in abundance. We all know that there are, like, I've sung pieces like How Great Thou Art. Like I would sing that at a church concert, but I remember playing an Irish festival down in St. Augustine, Florida a few years ago. And before I went on stage, right, this Irish festival had everything from trad bands to like rock bands. There was these guys playing bagpipes, but it was like rock bagpipes, and they had these like leather kilts and like full uniform on. And I'm standing side stage with my guitar, like going on following these guys. I'm like, I'm just gonna get up and sing a few folk songs. I was like, this is not my audience at all. Like everyone's they've had a couple of shandies and they're right. And I just get up there and I finish my set with How Great Thou Art, and the place is going nuts. I was like, this is music is universal. I'm a firm believer in that. If it speaks to people, it's gonna make them feel something. So all those influences kind of feed into what I'm doing now.
Very cool.
So you were not wearing a leather kilt that day, though, right?
No, I forgot to pack it. I had to call him.
Okay. That does not sound comfortable at all. We're talking to Irish tenor Emmet Cahill, who's going to be in concert, the Joy to the World concert, December 2nd at Atlanta Symphony Hall, presented by World Outreach Fund. Talk about, do you love Christmas music? What is it about the Christmas time of year? Are you excited about this?
Yeah, for me, Christmas was always connected to music. So like I've just been recording an album the last few days, and I called it The Spirit of Christmas, because for me, like people associate Christmas with different things. It might be, you know, getting time off to see family. It might be presents. It might be Santa Claus. It might be going to church. It might, you know, there's so many different things that we all connect with Christmas. But for me, once I start to hear those beautiful hymns and carols, that's when it hits me personally. And you know, of course, there's such a short window that we can do Christmas music now. Well, I think we're starting to stretch it out. Like I feel like as soon as Halloween comes, everyone's like, okay,
it starts about Halloween time now, and then it goes on.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like Christmas has become much longer. But growing up, particularly in Ireland, you know, we would go to door caroling, singing Christmas songs, just trying to, you know, cheering people up. You know, I think the thing about Christmas music is that it's the greatest gift you can give someone, because you can share it no matter what their background, no matter, you know, whether you know them very well or they're just someone you bump into. You know, I think music is a universal language, and particularly Christmas music, I just think resonates with people because everyone has their own Christmas memories, some joyful, some sorrowful, but the music seems to have that ability to unite us, but also to cheer us up and make us feel something, connect us to our memories. So yeah, Christmas music for me, once the Christmas music starts, guys, whether it's in a shopping mall somewhere, once I hear it, I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah.
Ready for Christmas. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I was just at my parents' house yesterday, and I heard some Christmas music, and I was like, oh, it's that time.
We're ready.
That time. It's just so great. It's really great. So So tell us a little bit more about this concert, why you're so excited about it. Tell us a little bit more about the people hosting it, all of that.
Yeah, so this is actually the second year of the Joy to the World concert series. So we did it for the very first time last year in the beautiful Atlanta Symphony Hall, somewhere I performed before with a show that I tour with called Celtic Thunder. So anyone who has maybe followed me prior to the last couple of years will know Celtic Thunder very well. We've been on PBS TV for, I think, going on 12 years now. We've been touring the States and Canada and Australia. And so I've been to the Atlanta area many times in the past and performed with the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. But last year was so special because I got to do it myself. But Joy to the World, it's a celebration not only of Christmas, but the celebration of the ministries under the umbrella of World Outreach Fund. And so this is a musical celebration for all the members of the various ministries right around the country. And World Outreach itself, you know, all the tickets that are bought for this concert, 100% of the proceeds go straight back to 4 of the ministries. And I'm just going to name them, guys. There's Desire Street Ministries, Young Life, Heart for Lebanon, and MAP International. So World Outreach are this wonderful organization who put this together, who, you know, bring us over from Ireland. We get to put on this awesome event that people can enjoy. But when people buy their ticket for the show, they know that, you know, that ticket is having an impact on people's lives for the next 12 months and beyond. So yeah, last year was really, really special. We had the amazing Georgia State University choir. There was like 100 singers on stage.
Wow.
Tanking out Christmas music. So it's everything you kind of associate with the magic of Christmas, that beautiful choral sound and in great surroundings. So yeah, I'm ready to get back on the stage again.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get up there with 100 voices behind you singing without just being filled with goosebumps and just you know, bursting out in tears. I mean, that's what a feeling and what a sound. That's I'm excited. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. It's great. As I said, you know, it's the one thing about music I think it does something to us that we can't quite describe. You know, and as I said, particularly Christmas music, you know, it when you hear a certain song, you'll go to your own memory, right? You'll go to that memory of you as a kid, you know, getting the present that you really wanted, or, you know, being with your family, or, you know, I think we all have different connections, particularly to Christmas music. Like you're going to have a different one to me, etc. Even we're all sitting there listening to the same thing. So particularly last year, I noticed that there was the grandparents and then there was the little kids, and both, you know, the different generations were engaged and kind of captivated for completely different reasons. So I loved it. Like when I'm performing, sometimes I get a bit distracted because I really watch the reactions of the audiences, and then I forget that, oh, I got to keep myself in line here. Like as you say, Dan, when there's like 100 singers behind you, you can get caught in the magic of it, and you feel like stopping and saying, "Wow, this is cool," but then, oh, I got to keep going.
oh, I'm supposed to be singing. I'm supposed to be doing something.
Yeah, right.
All right. It's Emmet Cahill. Again, the concert is December 2nd at Atlanta Symphony Hall. The Joy to the World concert presented by World Outreach Fund goes to a great, great cause. 100% of the ticket sales will benefit the World Outreach Fund and the partner ministries that they have. So you can get tickets in a number of places. The easiest place to go is Emmet's website, which is emmetcahill.com. And there's the spelling for you, EMMETCAHILL. And it's Cahill, not Cahill. Remember that. And and don't miss out on this concert. It's going to be amazing. Emmett, we're excited to see you.
Oh, I'm thrilled to be coming back. As I've said, I've been to particularly to the Atlanta area so many times in the past. And this, I must mention that, whilst we are celebrating Christmas, I think they've asked that I sing a few Irish songs as well.
All right. Yeah.
For strange reason they want me to. So and what I would also say is that people have to be warned. If you're going to come to this show, you've got to have your voice warmed up, because I am going to be having the entire audience, the choir, everybody's singing along. So get those caroling voices nice, because
I like it.
Have to participate in the evening as well. I'll say that much.
There you go.
It'll be more festive that way. And if you're doing the Irish tunes, I wish I had $1 for every time somebody sang "Oh Danny Boy" to me. So if you sing that one,
you might be earning another $1 this year.
Okay. Woo! Yes. I'm a rich man. All right. Again, it's Emmet Cahill. You can go to emmetcahill.com. Emmett, thanks so much for joining us, man. What a blast. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Guys, great talking to you, and I look forward to seeing everyone in a few weeks. And I'll have to get on the plane and get over from Ireland. This is probably the first interview I've done sitting in my car, guys. So I appreciate your patience on this. I actually, as I was saying to the guys before we went on air, I thought it was just going to be audio. So I said, I'll get a run in, and then I'll just jump on the phone. So I promise I'll have the makeup on the night of the concert. I'll look much better.
You know what? If I could look as good as you after a workout just in normal, then I'd be doing great. So
you should have seen me like 30 minutes ago. I wasn't as different as I am now.
Yeah, he had time to compose himself,
Right,
and take off the leather kilt and just put on just normal running shorts.
Exactly. Just like a normal Irish tenor as opposed to whatever that is.
Yeah, whatever that is. All right. Again, it's emmetcahill.com, and we're looking forward to it on December 2nd, Atlanta Symphony Hall. We are so excited. So, Emmett, thanks for joining us. Ezra, we need to get out of here. It's Faith Talk Live. I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
And I'm Ezra Ortiz.
And we will be back.